8 artists from around the world will go head to head.
Where's the violence? Hey. I mean, can't you tell the practical effectively?
The Bond's name, James' name. Names the James. Call them Bondulans.
Both of them get a cookie also, here you go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are finally back! The semi-finals. Last time out was the kickoffs, and, well, it was certainly an interesting ride. We had stakes, we had creativity, and a few people who went home empty-handed. But today, we're not here to focus on them, we're here to focus on the winners, the people who are moving ahead. As today, we have a real treat for you all, as we're bringing back one of the rounds from the last season, but this time with a twist. Here's how it's going to play out. Each contestant will once again have to draw memes, but the twist is they must choose 2 memes of their choice. It could be something more current or something less well known, and they must draw these memes together into a singular artwork. We'll be judging our creativity, the effectiveness of the art, and of course, how each artwork makes us feel. As if one of these artworks is able to make us laugh more than the others, it will get more points. And yes, I said us. Today, we have a very special co-host for you all in the former Artist Tournament contender. Take it away!
Hi, I'm Tal, or Tali, or Talitator, or whatever name you remember me as. I was in the Artist Tournament and lost twice. But now I'm here to judge, so apparently, look who won after all!
And with that, peeps, let's not wait around any longer. Let us get into this meme-tacular brawl once and for all.
Coming up, 2 artists who couldn't be more different in styles. We have the clash of the Instagram heavy hitters. This is Dr. Green Apple vs. Denite Comics.
So, let's start with Denite Comics. Well, the memes, first of all, work out perfectly together. I really like the idea, and it looks really fun. The colors are amazing, they look really good, and I'm gonna choose to ignore the dark tones of the drawing because, help. But other than that, the only complaint I actually have is the fact that the girl that is taped to the wall is breaking free one of her legs, but her face doesn't show any expressions of putting some effort in, which is something you would want to include if she's doing a hard movement like this. Like, she's putting some effort into letting her legs free out of the taping, and I would expect that she would show that effort in her face. But other than that, it looks really good and I really like it. So great job overall.
Yeah, I think I can get behind some of that. This image's choice of colours is honestly quite bold, I must say. Having so many bright and contrasting colours with different brush types, especially orange. Orange is such a hard colour to get right on such a big scale. And not only have you managed to do that, but you've managed to combine all these colours in such a nice way and it's not overwhelming. That right there is just a great accomplishment in of itself. As well as the detail here, wow, there's so much going on in this drawing, like the stuff on the floor, the portals. It's all really well done here. It's a massive step up from your last drawing, I must say. The improvement here is so apparent, I just have to say that. Very creative meme combination as well. I really like how you brought 2 very different things into the same piece and even included a little bit of a story also. I don't know why, but the girl who's taped up to the wall is really cracking me up. Tali may not have liked it, but I actually don't mind the nonchalantness on her face. It's kind of making me giggle.
Do you or do you not feel bonita?
I feel bonita.
Yes, queen, slay!
Moving on to Dakota, my arch nemesis defeated in the round of the Artist Tournament when I finally had my chance to come back. I will have my revenge!
Fine, you know what, Barney? Give this guy a cigarette. He's freaking out.
Who the hell is Barney? You don't see Oh, shit. What the hell did he... You've lost your mind.
Yeah, but in all seriousness, they deserve the win and they did really great. And they're doing great here again. The memes, again, work out pretty good. The expressions are wonderful. The inclusion of Bat Guy is really nice. It's a really sweet addition that shows their friendship. I will say that in the last picture, the perspective is a little off with Bad Guy's character, because he's sitting in a illogical position. Because he's supposed to be sitting in front of Dr. Green Apple because they're having a conversation, but instead he's positioned to the side, which doesn't make much sense. Regardless, the colors look really good, the background is beautiful, the flames look amazing. So great job overall. But I will have my
Ooh, now this looks marvelous, if I do say so myself. First off, fantastic use of the memes. They really do complement each other here quite well. So I have to say, big ups on the creativity here with the memes. But can we just talk about this execution, ladies and gentlemen? God damn! The detail was not only on the characters, but the background as well. Like all of them little jokes on the wall, as well as the little power pose back there. Don't think I didn't notice. But yeah, I don't know how you keep doing this, Dakota, but you keep managing to surprise me with your art. The style is just so rich. I must say, the only real complaints I have here is that maybe Bat Guy's face isn't as expressive as I'd like. With the Doctor, the lack of expression really helps because it helps heighten the comedic factor here. But with Bat Guys, I feel like if he was a bit more expressive, you know, had a bit more worry on his face, it would heighten the contrast between these two and make it feel a lot more funnier. And that last frame with the fire would just be a bit more effective. It's minor, I know, but if you want to win this championship, you got to account for everything. Especially those minor details like these, because that's what champions do. So while the execution is great, it needed just a little more expressiveness, I will say. But other than that, I'm a real big fan of this one. And who knows, this might be the piece that gets you the ticket into the finale. But that's not for me to decide, that's for you watching at home to decide. Stay to the end of this video to find out how you can choose who will be going on to the finale.
Coming up, a matchup that was not meant to happen. With the sudden loss of the Baked Bean King, redemption is on the mind for one opponent. But will she be able to realize that redemption, or will she be defeated once again? This is GNP vs Micro.
Okay, moving on to GNP. The meme is really funny, it made me actually laugh. The inclusion of both memes again worked out pretty well. They really chose memes that work with each other perfectly. But I will say that the faces, at least in the last drawing, are a bit off. Judging by all the other drawings you did, like all the other frames, I know you can do better, so I'm expecting to see more if you proceed to the next level. I want to see a bit more symmetry with the faces and more clean lines, because at least the other guy, like I don't know what the name of the alien race is, but he's a bit messy. But judging by the other drawings, I believe you can do better, and I expect to see that in the next round.
Damn, Tali is not holding back today. But for me, I really like this drawing. The meme selection, though, wasn't really that creative or funny, but it's the execution here. That's the trick, you see. The execution here is what's making up for that. Having Star Wars and Star Trek as a meme together, as they start out as enemies and then realize they're on the same side, both really sweet and incredibly smart. You see, you somehow managed to incorporate a very small and subtle story into this artwork, and to me, that shows you thinking outside of the box here, so you definitely get a lot of creativity points on that one. And in terms of the art's quality, while yes, it's not as good as some of the other stuff we've seen from other people, it's still a really good effort. And honestly, for me, the way that you went about executing this idea is what boosts this art quality tremendously. It's smart, and the way you make the background slowly change into one another, it's very nice. I like that. So while it's not the cleanest result out there, it's definitely one of the smarter ones we've had. This shows a lot of gumption from GNP. And I'm very impressed with the ingenuity here, with the very animated sort of style and the payoff exceeding the expectation with the memes you use. Very good job, I will say that.
And Micro. It took me a while to understand why the memes work together, but when I got it, it was really funny. But I do have to address some issues here. You chose for this drawing a very, at least semi-realistic art style. But the memes you chose really rely on the cartoonish side they have. All their expressions are really exaggerated like they do in cartoons, but you chose realistic characters who immediately makes the expressions more dull and less noticeable. So the funny side of the meme kinda lost itself. Though I do have to give you some credit for stuff that you did great, like the glasses that you gave for pinking. The idea to make the cartoonish eyes that he has turn into sunglasses looks really good, and it's really enjoyable for me. I find it like a really creative idea, and I think it's really good. The shading is pretty flat, so I'm assuming that you're gonna put more effort into it the next time. But the drawing itself looks really good, and you really nailed the style it shows. Again, doesn't feel like it fit the meme, but you really did nail the style it shows. Regardless, I know you can do even a lot more, and I expect to see more if you pass to the next round. So good luck!
Now, before I hear any one of you guys complain about this, allow me to clarify real quick. Micro drew this meme before the Baked Bean King dropped out of the tournament, so his inclusion in here is no fault of Micro's at all, so don't you dare go into them little comment sections and type some bullshit. If you do, I will personally deal with you myself.
See you later, stinky.
Now, in terms of creativity, Micro has practically taken the cake here, hasn't she? The way she's included everyone in the semi-finals, including myself, although my forehead is not that damn big, come on! It's a lot of fun. Breaking the fourth wall just a tad it helps you stand out, and the way you've included everyone into here, it's very nice. Although, if I'm being honest, I do kind of have to disagree with Tali here a little bit on the rendering of the artwork. The shading and the colors are very nice. I like that sort of look that you've gone for here. It's full of personality, but the one thing I will agree with Tali here is that using such animated memes with such basic designs can be a little underwhelming. While not bad, it's a little underwhelming. I actually really like the sort of meta approach you've taken so far with this tournament season. You did this last time as well. It's really making you stand out quite nicely amongst the crowd, which is definitely an advantage you want to have. And if you do make it into the next round, I'd love to see how you'd be able to use that sort of meta style to its fullest. But yeah, this is a very strong effort, I must say. The detail, it's on point. The creativity is definitely there. And yeah, good luck to you as well, Micro, in the polls. In fact, speaking of polls...
And with that, my time here is done. I judged all the drawings and gave all of them a pretty high score, so it wasn't really help to thinking, but you know me. But if you wanna see me again in any of those videos, you know what to do.
Wait, what?
Pressure pinking about it.
No. We are not doing that here. We are not. Right. What was I talking about again? Oh yeah. And there we have it, peeps. 4 contestants and 2 art fights to decide. Now, go to my channel right now and click the community tab. There will be 2 polls there right now. Be sure to vote for who you think won these art fights tonight and pick who you want to see in the artist finale. The polls will be up for 24 hours, then I will announce the 2 artists who will be competing for the Undisputed Championship. So, don't wait, go to the community tab right now and pick the artist who you felt won tonight. And also, big thank you to Talitator for being my co-host today. They were so much help in commentating today, and it was a lot of fun getting a former competitor to give their insights into the new batch of artists. So, be sure to follow their Instagram, the link of which will be in the description. Also, alongside all of the other artists in today's video, Be sure to check them all out. They are all incredible artists and show all their art on their Instagram. So definitely give them all a follow because they deserve it. And with that, peeps, it's been the Pink King here, and we will see you all in the finale coming next.
Goodbye, and thanks for having me.